Hi everyone, this is Dr. Maples again. We're going to finish up our second lecture series talking about what it is that sociologists do. And today we're going to focus solely on students here at EKU or other universities who get a bachelor's degree in sociology. What are the jobs available for them? With our students, we find that they generally go into two tracks, an analytical track and an applied track. Let me talk about the analytical track first. So with the analytical track, we often find that our students are working in data collection or analyzing data for large companies, corporations, governments, you name it. They're working for places like Amazon to help understand what product you're going to buy next. You bought this book? Hey, you might like this book. You bought this product? I bet you're going to love this book. Those are sociologists working on writing algorithms. It's pretty exciting stuff. We also see, too, they do customer analysis for companies. We have people working for large manufacturers to try and understand what their consumers want. And we also see that they do a lot of data mining. In fact, they work for all sorts of different firms that are collecting all sorts of information from you on a daily basis. Your cell phone is giving a lot of that information freely, by the way. Now, example employers include all sorts of social media organizations. Tinder, Twitter, Facebook, these are all places where sociology majors are working and doing some interesting stuff. And I understand that Cambridge Analytica, which was in the news in recent years, also had some sociology folks on staff. Likewise, they're working for human resource departments. In fact, that's a new concentration my department will be creating in the coming semesters to focus on how individuals might work with companies to help them deal with inequalities and so forth. We also see, too, that application startups, people who might need someone who does a little bit of coding or a little bit of a data analysis, but also understands how society works, is a very valuable asset for them. And really, any corporation out there loves sociology majors. In fact, one of the things they love about our majors is that we have a certificate in diversity, which means our students understand how a diverse workforce is actually a really great thing, despite what other people might think. Now, this analytical track involves data. It involves a research methods class, which I teach, so I'm happy to answer any questions you might have about that. Our applied track moves away from data more so and focuses on positions that are often supporting social workers. In fact, our applied track is a place where social workers who decide maybe that they don't want to work one-on-one with individuals, but would rather work in an environment that's like an office. This is a great thing for them because they can look at applied track jobs as a sociology major instead. Now, that can include data collection, but it's often using things like Qualtrics, where you collect online surveys and you never actually face the people, and you analyze basic data. It could be that you look at policies and try to explain how policies would apply to a particular instance or case. It sometimes involves interaction with the community. I have students that work on everything from understanding food vendors at farmers markets to working with adoption agencies to help people, get linked up with kids that are available for adoption and need families, and families who want to participate in that. Likewise, too, we see lots of our students addressing social issues, whether that's through working with colleges to help college students find their way to the university to begin with. We have a couple people doing that. We have folks with Partners for Education who's supporting the education K-12 system here in our region and more. This is a great track, again, for people who maybe feel more comfortable working in an office, don't want to work with data. There's lots of job opportunities right here in our region and certainly abroad. Job market for sociologists is really good, and I don't mean people like me who have PhDs. I'm talking about people with sociology bachelor degrees. Now, we do have a lot of students that choose to go on and get masters and PhDs, and that's great, but it's almost never in sociology. It's in things like public health, or it's studying things like epidemiology. We also have a lot of people go to pharmacy school, law school, and so forth as part of being a sociology major here at EKU. Let me just talk a little bit about my major, if you don't mind. This slide's not on the test, but check it out. It might be of interest to you. Now, first off, my major, sociology, I'm the program coordinator, and I've got our major designed so it's one of those great majors that can be finished quickly. So if you're a junior or even a senior and you're just really sick of your major and you don't want to complete it, sociology is a great opportunity to get you to the graduation stage. Likewise, it's direct. We make sure there's not a lot of things that get in your way, like tons and tons of required courses that are only offered at particular semesters. Our minor is also easy for almost anyone to get, even with your major. And we've even find that sociology is a great second major because you can take the best of both worlds, the things that your major offers, but also the experience with diversity, with data analysis, and summarizing the experiences that are out there. We can blend those two together and it makes you that much better a candidate. We also offer several great certificates that help strengthen up your resumes. We have a whole class dedicated to helping you find a job. It's an outstanding major. One of the things that makes me so proud to be part of Team Sociology is that you just don't see these other experiences available out there with other majors. Likewise, our internship program is great. We routinely place 5 to 10 and sometimes more majors every semester at paid and unpaid internships across our region, making sure that you get the job skills that you need and sometimes the social connections that help you get a firm job when you graduate. We want to make sure, too, throughout that you're getting the hands-on experience that you need to graduate. We're going to make sure that you have the information that you need so that when you hit the job running and you grab that diploma out of the president's hand, you're ready to go. For whatever the next 10 years of your life may be, you know exactly what you want to do. If you have any questions about sociology as a first, second major, or even as a minor, or even as a third major, we've got quite a few of those too, feel free to email me. I'll be happy to share some information about it, but I'm happy to talk more about it. And again, I can't stress enough, if you're one of those students who's thinking about dropping out of college or you're just at the end with your major as a junior or a senior, come chat with me because we can often find ways to help you graduate quickly with a sociology major because at the end of the day, my singular thing is making sure that you get to the graduation stage, that you have the information and knowledge that you need to get out there in that job market and do everything that you can to take care of yourself. All right, let's wrap things up. If you haven't figured this out already, sociology is a very diverse field, and we've broken it up into some little pieces so we understand those. But we can also see the ways that sociologists are very interested in working in our communities and helping people. In fact, applied sociologists like myself are centrally interested in trying to find ways that we can work with our local community members to support their needs. If you have interest in any of this, if you want to have questions, or if you want to talk more about applied sociology, I'm always happy to do that. You feel free to write me, get in touch with me. Remember, I've also got drop-in office hours on Zoom. Now, make sure to take care of your lecture quizzes. Those are on Blackboard. If you have questions about those, you let me know. When you're ready, let's talk about our third lecture series, which is going to talk about the origins of sociology. You're going to see why we're so interested in studying society and trying to fix things where we see problems. You're even going to see where our two commitments really come from. So when you're ready, I'll see you there. Take care.